Hi, I'm Emily.
Hi, I'm Aisha.
In today's video, we're going to show you 5 different ways to make bunting. It's the perfect addition to your Jubilee celebrations this summer.
These cover a variety of different crafts and skill levels, so there's something for everyone. Let's get started.
If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to Hobbycraft and click the bell icon for notifications of future videos. You will need a sewing machine, an iron, pins, bias binding, some thread, a measuring tape, fabric scissors, fabric in red, white and blue, and the bunting template. Using the template provided, draw and cut your bunting shape out of fabric. You'll need 2 pieces of fabric per flag, so if you're making 10 flags, you will need to cut 20 fabric pieces. For each flag, put 2 pieces of fabric right sides together and pin in place. Sew around the edges of the flag shape, leaving a 10mm seam allowance. Make sure to leave the top straight edge open. Take your time keeping the same seam allowance all the way around. Trim the 2 bottom corners. Make a small cut in the centre point of the bottom towards your stitch line. This will help with the shape when turned. Using your finger or a knitting needle, turn the flag outside in. The right sides of the fabric are now on the outside of the flag. Poke the inside corners until you can see the full flag shape, then press flat with your iron. Now get your bias binding. Find the centre of your binding and mark it with a pin. Use this to plan out the pattern or order you want your flags to go in. Fold your binding in half, wrong sides together, over the top edge of your flags. You can now decide how far apart you want the flags to be from each other. We've opted for a 5cm gap between each flag. Pin your flags to the binding once you're happy with their positioning, making sure the flag is sandwiched between the folded binding. Be sure to leave a nice length of binding at both ends without flags, so that you have plenty of binding to hang your bunting. To neatly finish the binding ends, fold the end corners towards the centre to create a point and press flat. Fold this point down toward the rest of the binding to create a straight edge and press again. Fold the binding in half, wrong sides together, just like you did over the flag sections. Pin the end in place, ready for sewing. Sew very close to the edge of the open side of the binding. Going slow whilst you sew all together will ensure that you catch all the layers. Once sewn, your bunting is all finished and ready to hang up.
You will need a Cricut machine. We're using a Cricut Explore 3, however this bunting can be made on any of the machines with the exception of the Cricut Joy. A heat tool, gold embossing powder, a cutting mat, scissors, the Cricut scraper tool, an embossing ink pad, double-sided tape, a Cricut 12x12 standard grip cutting mat, twine, a Cricut brayer, a glue pen, craft cardstock, the Cricut Design Space app installed on a laptop, desktop or mobile device, and cardstock in red, white, blue and grey. Start by opening the project in the Cricut Design Space app using the project link included in the description below. The project overview will then appear on screen. Select Customize. Once through to the canvas screen, amend the size and duplicate the bunting flags as desired. Once happy with the design, click Make It. You'll then be taken through to the map preview screen. Amend the material size to suit the size of cardstock and rearrange the elements to minimise cardstock wastage. Once complete, select Continue. Apply the first sheet of cardstock to the cutting mat using the brayer tool to ensure good contact between the 2 materials. Then follow the on-screen instructions to cut each of the mats. Once the elements have been cut, carefully remove them from the mat and place to one side until all have been cut out. Start by constructing the Union flag design using a glue pen to secure each of the pieces in place. Once all the pieces are secure, apply the completed design to the craft cardstock flag using double-sided tape. Continue working in this way until all the Union flags have been constructed. Then begin work constructing the red bunting flags that feature the heat embossed elements. To heat emboss the crowns and E2R components, place them face up on a scrap piece of card and cover with embossing ink. Working quickly, sprinkle gold embossing powder over them. Tap off any excess powder and place the element onto a fresh piece of paper. Then set the powder with a heat tool. Continue working in this way until all the pieces have been embossed. Secure the elements to the red bunting flag using a glue pen. Construct the blue bunting flags that feature the number 70 using a glue pen to secure them in place. Once all the flags have been constructed, secure them to a length of twine.
You will need some scissors, 4mm knitting needles, 3mm double pointed needles, stitch markers, WI Premium Acrylic in red, white and navy. Begin by working the I-cord. Using 3mm needles, cast on 3 stitches using the long tail cast on. Without turning, slide the stitches to the other side of the needle. Knit the 3 stitches. Without turning your work, slide the stitches to the other end of the needle. Keep knitting until your I-cord measures the length of the bunting you want to create. As you work, pull on the I-cord to keep the tension even. Measure 35 cm from one end of the I-cord, mark with a stitch marker. Now measure 17 cm from the first marker and place a second marker. Using 4mm needles, pick up and knit 35 stitches in between the 2 markers. Make sure not to twist the I-cord and pick up the stitches evenly. Knit 2 rows. Knit 1 stitch. Slip the next 2 stitches knitwise, one at a time, onto the right hand needle. Pass them back onto the left hand needle and knit them together through the back loops. You will have decreased 1 stitch. Knit until there are 3 stitches left on the needle. Knit 2 together. Knit the last stitch. Repeat the last 3 rows until you have 5 stitches remaining. Knit 2 rows straight. Knit 1 stitch. Slip the next 2 stitches together knitwise. Knit 1 stitch. Pass the slipped stitches over the knit stitch and off the right needle. knit the last stitch. You will have 3 stitches remaining. Knit 2 rows straight. Slip the next 2 stitches together knitwise. Knit 1 stitch, pass the slip stitches over the knit stitch and off the right needle. You will now have 1 stitch remaining. Cut the yarn and fasten off. Weave in the ends.
You will need a heat-resistant mat, pinking shears, red ribbon, an iron, fabric scissors, a triangle paper template, a tape measure, fusible webbing, pins, iron-on interfacing and cotton fabric in red, white and blue. Start by adhering a piece of fusible webbing to the back of the red, blue and white fabric using an iron. Cut a triangle template from card. Fold the fabric in half and in half again. Pin the template to the fabric and use pinking shears to carefully cut around the template. Continue working in this way until you have the required number of pennant flags desired. Lay the flags out on a flat surface in the order you wish them to appear on the garland. Trim a piece of ribbon to the desired length and fold in half along the long edge and use pins to hold it in place. Use an iron to press the fold line. Make sure the steam function on your iron is switched off. Fold the hemming tape in half and place inside the folded ribbon. Sandwich the bunting flags individually between the folded ribbon and the hemming tape. Then use an iron to fuse the hemming tape. Make sure the heat plate of the iron covers the bunting flag plus 3 cm to allow for the gap between each flag. Continue working in this way until all the bunting flags are secure. The bunting is then ready to be hung.
We have a special Jubilee crochet bunting workshop now available in Hobbycraft stores and online. To find out more, visit hobbycraft.co.uk and sign up to the workshop. Head over to hobbycraft.co.uk to book a workshop, find a new project or learn a new skill.
If you enjoyed this video, please leave us a thumbs up and we'd love to see your thoughts in the comments below. Join us again soon for more videos.